And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you with my buddy Chris Edwards.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Sleepy, tired. My brain is going 1,000 miles an hour. And so I got a whole lot going on, but I'm excited. I am hopeful this morning. I don't know if everyone heard that Senator Holland got a chance
From
to
Maryland.
meet with Abrego, Garcia,
Yes.
and so he's alive.
Yes, he
He's
is.
alive.
And not only is he alive, it is possible for them to move him around the country if they so choose. Because
Yes.
he met the senator at a hotel in El Salvador.
Yes.
In plain clothes at that. So they gave him clothes and they moved him to another location to meet with the senator. So it's very possible for them to give him back to the United States government. They choose not to.
And my thing was, why didn't they just give him to him back now? Because the court already said to take him home. Why couldn't they just take him home with him?
I don't know. It's craziness.
And then when I did I do a little, sometimes when I get these excitement moments, I did one on YouTube.
I saw your video last night.
And I said, Senator Holland has met with Abrego, Garcia, la 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 la.
He is alive.
There was one person that responded and said, no one cares. And I said, see, that's the problem. I care. And many more of us care. You should care because
it's a troll.
It's about your due process. Didn't hear back.
Well, listen, when that person who made that comment gets deported will say,
yes, right.
No one cares. No one cares
for you. But we as a country, we care about our due process.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So I'm with you on everything you said this morning as far as being tired, all the things. Listen,
all the above.
Let me tell you something. I fell asleep at a normal time last night, and around 12:30 a.m., the alarm system in our building went off, and it stayed on for like a half an hour. We walked down the stairs and ended up hanging out in our car for about 20 minutes. We still don't know why it went off, the whole building, but yeah. And when something like that happens, it throws your sleep off completely.
Yes,
overslept this morning, so I'm running a little bit behind schedule today.
You hear the sirens? Can you hear the sirens? Hopefully you're not. But
welcome to New York. Yes, we can hear them.
Because the thing is, this is the reason why. This is. I mean, I'm going to be sad to leave my apartment because I love my apartment.
You love your space.
I love my views. I love my community. I love my neighborhood. I love the restaurants. I love everything about my neighborhood except two things. The sirens every 20 minutes, all day long. As soon as you open the windows, because it's a nice spring day, so my windows are open. So normally you can't hear them because the windows are closed. But when the windows are open, you hear the sirens all day long. And I will not miss that when I'm gone from this apartment.
Yeah.
And then number two, right now I got clean air because my neighbors are probably at work. And usually when they're home, they're smoking weed like chimneys. So I get weed from over here. I got weed over there. I got weed downstairs. And I hate the smell of weed.
Listen to me. Our lives are mirroring each other right now. Like literally, we have someone that does it behind us.
Yeah.
Someone that does it below us. And like when you open up the windows, especially when it's a really nice day, it's just like you walk in one of the rooms, it's just like, what the hell? And sometimes you go in the bathroom late at night, they might be doing it in the bathroom. Now, mind you, they're not supposed to be. I mean, yes, you can smoke weed in the state of Delaware, but you're not supposed to be doing it on the property.
Yes.
They says it in your lease.
You're not supposed to smoke in the building.
No smoking in the building at all. Weed or tobacco. And you walk into the hallway, you can smell it. But anyway, I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. I mean, you've known this for a while, but we are officially moving in about a month.
Yes.
Yeah. in about a month and a half. So the other reason why you always see like this really tight shot is because like right now this office is ground zero for packing and storing stuff.
Well,
We've processed already. This has
started
been
this morning.
you started this morning. But so move. I don't like moving, but I'm looking forward to this move, and we're going somewhere where we really want to be. And it's a lot. We actually started the process last November as far as like having a timetable and a plan of how we were going to do this, and we actually started looking at different properties in January. We looked at several. Multiple times, and then do the extensive background checks and financial checks and all this stuff like that. And a couple of weeks ago, finally settled on a place, and so we're moving at the end of May. So I won't be on for a couple of weeks with you as we go through the process because I've got to take down this whole entire setup and then redo it elsewhere. But it's going to be in a nicer space, a different background, and then also the nice thing about it is I'll be able to do some shows from different spots on the property, which is going to be really, really nice.
We'll have Lisa filling for you. We'll have Lisa filling for you.
Okay. Come on, Lisa.
Lisa fill in for you. But also, I met with the broker this week, so he gave me some assignments to do, and so I have to tear down the whole house by the end of May, and so then I can do the painting, so everything comes off the walls, everything gets paint everything. And then after they paint, then they're going to do the photography. And after they do the photography, then it goes onto the market. And then hopefully by the middle of summer, it will be sold and it will be gone.
It's a process.
I will be leaving. Yes. And then I will be a nomad. I won't have a home. I will not have a home.
I'm looking forward to that for you. I think that's going to be such an amazing experience and something that you didn't necessarily thought you could do, but it's going to be enriching in your life. And I think that this is the life that you're going to be meant to lead. And it's so funny. It's coming on the heels of what we talked about yesterday about, taking chances and jumping. And then also it's so funny because I watched Elise's live yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go back and watch it.
Yes, it was good with Elise.
It came full circle. She even mentioned some of the stuff we talked about yesterday. And here we are bringing it up again. So it's all about taking risks, taking chances and opportunities on yourself, betting on yourself, because no one else is going to do it. You're going to do it for yourself. And then also doing something different, stepping out the box. We love it where we are here for the location and the views and some of the things that we're just able to do. But then we're going to be moving to, it just opens up a whole world of possibility, and didn't even think that we could be able to get some of these things, but looking forward to it. We're excited to say the least.
I think the hardest part for me of all of this moving thing, I'm this weekend I'm starting with the kitchen, so I gotta get rid of all this. I don't cook, and I went in the cabinet today and I said, wait, I got baking pans and all this stuff. I said, it's just gonna
Listen, don't throw them away though. Don't throw them. If you have a Facebook account, use Facebook Marketplace.
It takes so much time to do it.
Listen, ask for help from your neighbors to help you with this, but do it because you can actually make a little money and that can go towards whatever else you need. The end of last year? No, beginning of this year, we bought a new living room sofa sectional. Mm-hmm. We needed something a little bit bigger, and our old one that we had bought during COVID when we couldn't get out, it served its purpose, but we wanted to get rid of it. We were going to throw it out. Then we said, let's put it on Facebook Marketplace. Ronald put it on there that afternoon. By the evening, someone actually bought it and came and picked it up that night.
Okay, you know what? I'll do it. I'll try it. I mean, I got a lot of stuff to put on. I got. Yeah. I'm going one space at a time. This weekend is the kitchen, so I have cooking glass and all that. I don't cook.
Sell that stuff.
I mean, I don't cook like that kind of stuff. But
your trash is someone else's treasure. I agree with Lisa. Do an apartment sale. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do it. We'll put that out there. Also, however, when I talk to the broker, the hardest thing for me to part from are my plants. because there's about 50 plants in this house.
I might be
However,
coming to get some. I might be coming to get some.
I'm paring them down to 3. My fiddle figs are the only things that are staying. All of my plants have to go, and so I'm
Listen,
doing a sale. I think I'm going to do a sale. Take the plants downstairs on a Saturday and just say $75, $100.
I'm
Here they
eyeing
go.
that one behind you right now off over your left shoulder.
This baby, my lily.
I'm telling you, listen, I might make a special trip just to come there, take the truck up there to pick up some.
You're coming to New York anyway, soon, right?
Well, I'm going to be up there next. I come up there every month to go to help my parents out around the house, but I don't typically drive. I normally take the train up there, but I will make a special trip to come up there and get some plants.
If you
especially
want
for the new place, we have a beautiful balcony, so I'm gonna have some outdoor plants and stuff like that. I'm actually looking to even get a little garden on the patio.
Well, there's a lot of plants here, and it's like I don't want to lose my plants. But it is what it is. Let's say good morning to some folks out there. Okay, Hannah's in the building. She gets the gold today, as usual.
Ding 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 ding.
Good morning, Ron and Chris and Touch Base Daily Family. And Jazzy gets the silver with good morning, beautiful people. And then Lisa is in the bronze with good morning. Jazzy Jazz says, "Yep, my senator." That's right, Maryland senator. And I'm with you, Lisa. This is one time I'm glad your prediction was wrong, Ron. I really felt like that guy was gone. The way they were treating this, I thought, why would they die on this hill? But when they brought him out and the senator was allowed to see him, I was like, thank God he's alive. I'm so glad he's alive. I mean, then one person was like, we don't know if that's really him. I was like, hello. They talked to him and he talked to his wife.
Everybody wants to throw out conspiracy theories.
Why do people live on being trolls?
Well, did you hear another one? It has nothing to do with it has to do with the space trip from earlier in the week. They were saying how that seems fake.
All in, yes.
I've been seeing so many different ones. It's like people. Go work. Like, don't y'all have jobs?
No, but they are going in on Gail. Poor Gail. Gail and Katy Perry. They're like fireworks and all kinds of stuff. They were just going all in. Elise says there are some crazy people out there. Yep. Lisa says, and the right is saying the left is making a big deal out of nothing because he looks fine. Listen, El Salvador made sure he looked crispy clean.
Exactly.
Believe that.
Exactly.
And Bryson says, what's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, RLP fam? What's up, CQ? Family, fam, happy Sinners Friday. Happy Superman Day.
Superman comes out today? Is it Superman today?
Is it Superman Day as a day or the day that a movie's coming out?
No,
I want to see Sinners this weekend.
So we already got our tickets. We got them last night. We have tickets for 10 a.m. tomorrow to go watch it. And then if Superman is out, I'm going to go see that on Sunday. I don't think it's out yet. I think it's out in July, though.
Bryson,
correct us, Brian. When does Superman come out? I know it's coming out this year, but okay.
I think it's just Superman Day.
And I'm looking forward to that movie too, by the way. I'm
looking forward.
Superman and Batman here.
Because you're a DC guy, right? You're a DC guy.
I'm all of it. Those are like boyhood. That's like boyhood heroes type of thing. Like you grew up on Superman. You love like Batman and Robin. Love it.
Batman was my favorite. Batman was my favorite because he was self-made. Just saying. He wasn't bit by a bug. He didn't come from another planet. He didn't get hit by lightning. He was just a simple guy that was like, I'm seeking revenge. You killed my mama and my papa. And now I'm going after all you bad guys.
Yeah.
I love Batman. Batman is my favorite. Let's go on. So we also have, but definitely Sinners. First of all, before we go any further, how many of you are going to see the movie Sinners? Put in the comment box if you're going to see Sinners. And also, if you're by that comment box, make sure you hit the like. Hit the likes so people know that we are here and that our community is on board.
I always make sure I hit mine.
Hit the like. And Elise says, "Good morning, Lisa. You are absolutely right. They made him look good. Yeah, you didn't even think he was in prison. I was like, wow, this guy looks. They cleaned him up.
It's intentional. It's propaganda. They were trying to make themselves look good.
Dictators. That's what dictators do. And this one says he's the coolest dictator in the world. El Salvadorian dictator. Kimmy Kim says, "Good morning. Congratulations, Chris Edwards.
Thanks,
congratulations,
Kim.
Chris.
Thanks,
congratulations, Elise. Lisa says, Chris,
thanks,
congratulations, Lisa. Laughter. Yeah, Lisa's laughing, but she should be my co-host. She should be the co-chair while you're away.
Yes, I think I vote for Lisa to come on.
Her feet in the water.
There you go.
She got a lot to say. She got a lot. The girl thinks on her. She's witty.
Come bring that beautiful face on this screen.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay. And Kimmy Kim says, big moves. We are making moves, kiddos. Lisa says, what? Wait, what do you mean, Ron? Where will you live? I will become a nomad for a year and a half, 2 years. I'll be living out of a suitcase. I'll be living in different countries.
Oh, wait, is this the first time you're saying this on here?
No, I mentioned it. Well, I mentioned pieces of it. I mentioned pieces, but now it's official. The broker.
Okay.
I met with the broker this week, so now it's official. I will be.
I always forget because I know we've been having these conversations for what
you and I
a year now.
Yeah, we've been talking for about a year. But yeah, it's official. I'm selling my apartment. I love my apartment, but I have to sell it. And
it's time.
I lived here 29 years. It'll be 30. If I would have stayed to February, it would have been 30 years. So I'm already past 29. When I leave here, it'll be 29 and a half years. That's a long time to live anywhere. Yeah. And but I'm excited because I'm going to get the chance to go to South Africa. I'm going to get a chance to live there for a bit. Again, I'll be able to live in Namibia for a little bit. I'll be in Ghana for a little bit. I'll be in Costa Rica for a little bit. I'm visiting all my friends. I'm taking my show on the road, visiting my friends and supporting them. So the money that I would be paying in mortgage and rent, mortgage, maintenance, as in co-op maintenances, and also the insurance on my apartment, I won't have those 3 bills. Those 3 bills will be gone, and they're huge bills. And what I'll be doing is taking half that money and being able to support my friends in their countries that they live in. And I'll be staying with them and renting from them a room or their sofa or wherever they want to put me. And but also I'll be able to support them and give them, because people don't realize when you travel to Africa and you're like in Nigeria, $50 American dollars is a month wage for a Nigerian police officer.
Right, for right now. Right. But if the dollar fails and
that's it. Yeah. But I'm just to give the perspective is that our money goes so far for people that live abroad. And so I have so many cool friends that I've met over the years of my travels. And I'm not getting younger, so I'm not going to be able to. I mean, this may be my last road trip to see everybody. You know, as I begin to get older, I won't be on a plane.
Yes, you will.
Well, yeah. I'll be on the. I told Adrian, and we were hanging out. I said, I will be the 90-year-old grandpa that's on a Harley Davidson.
Listen, I'm gonna. if Janet can get up and do all the things that she's doing and live her best life, you and I can do it as well.
Yes, right.
So shout out to Janet. Shout out to Janet.
Because she does.
I remember when you told me how old she was the first time. I was like, "You're a liar. You are a liar."
When she told me, I was like, "What?" And she comes out to our walks, our meetups, and everything. She lives her best life. She travels. She's like, "Ron, I'm going to Vermont." I was like, "Okay, good. Okay, girl." You gotta live. You gotta live, and the whole thing is, you also have to be smart. And again, and I mentioned this to many of you. My wealth is in my apartment, and it should, I need to be living that wealth. That wealth needs to be lived out. Put it in many investments So I can now diversify and put money in stocks, put money in bonds, put money in startups and help people and build businesses and all that stuff. So now I'll be able to have that freedom. And so I'm looking forward to the next chapter of my life outside of this apartment. And then again, like I said, I have so many friends around the globe that I will be able to spend time with. And I can't wait to spend time in Costa Rica. Can't wait to spend time in, different parts of the country. I have friends that are on the road. I told Madhavan, who's on the road right now, this was my idea, and Madhavan executed it immediately. He went and sold his apartment or rented it out, whatever he did, packed his stuff up, got in a car, like a minivan kind of situation, and he's been traveling around the country for the last 3 months.
That's awesome.
And just photographing America. And he's living his best life. And
I'm
he's
all
still
for
working.
it.
And he's still
All
working
for it.
from his van. He camps in a town, get to know the people in the town, and then he moves to the next town.
Listen, there are YouTube channels that are dedicated to people that just do that. Like and not only just like married people, but married people with kids. They either convert like an old school bus, or they have an RV, and they literally live out of it. And they just drive across the country back and forth, and they stay in an area for like maybe a month at a time. And they work remotely everywhere.
Yes.
They have regular 9-to-5 jobs. And it's such a great way to live life, to see the country, and then to raise your family. You get such a great understanding of what this country really is outside of the TV and media and stuff like that. When you're able to go out there and to see how everyday people live, you get a better understanding. And that's why I'm so grateful that I've been able to travel, and I didn't wait till I got older to do it.
Yes.
I started doing it in my late 30s and did it until right around I got married, because that's when COVID happened. Going outside the country and then traveling across the United States, Utah, Arizona, California, Seattle, Washington, Oregon, all those places. Just seeing how different parts of the country operate and how they live. And then just seeing the vastness of the United States. And it's majestically beautiful. You don't have to leave this country to see beauty. And I think we all get so bogged down in our individual little silos or our little towns where we live and think that that's all that really exists. Unless you go on vacation, where you get on a plane, you go to a resort for, a week or so. That's not, yes, it's living to a certain degree, but that's not really seeing everything. So I encourage, if you can do it now, travel. Maybe not outside the country right now, because who knows if we can get back in. But travel. No, and
this is very
reality. It's very true. So many people have gone out the country, and then when they get back, they're stopped. Like, why am I being stopped? And these are U.S. citizens. This is not people that are here illegally. These are U.S. citizens.
Yep, they want to take your phone, your computer, and download your whole everything. So someone a lawyer was on, immigration lawyer, talking about travel, and he was saying that when you travel, you should have a travel phone that doesn't have your personal information. So for instance, I have a travel phone. So this is my travel phone.
This is my travel phone.
And so when I go abroad, and I'll be using this phone and not using this new phone. The new phone will be somewhere locked up.
This doesn't even have a cell signal. There's no cell connected to this. It's intentional. It's Wi-Fi only.
Yeah, mine's all Wi-Fi. This is Wi-Fi only. So, but so that's the you got to travel wisely. And but like I said, I'm excited about the new life. And like Elise said, my broker said, he said, well, as soon as you go on the market, it's going to sell pretty fast.
Yeah.
So he said that's why you need to get
prime
hair down, do everything now, and ahead of, because he said you're not holding on to anything. I said nope, I'm living out of a backpack, so everything has to go. And then anything that's not going is going to be in Adrian's garage. So then he said, "Pop, put it in the garage." I said, "Okay." I said, "I will definitely put like my my photo equipment and the computers and stuff like that." But other than that, and then the other stuff is going into storage and outside of the city, because New York City storage spaces are too expensive. and I can go to Delaware. I can go anywhere in the country and
Very
store,
cheap in Delaware. Very
and just
cheap.
go and store. Get into the U-Haul, drive on down, and store it. Because
I
who
just
knows where
got my
I'll be living.
first storage unit in December.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually real. I mean, I was shocked how cheap it was. I didn't
It's
think
cheaper in Delaware.
I've never had a use for it, but like recently, because I converted this bedroom into an office space, we had to take everything out of here, and so I could convert it. But it's really, really cheap.
Yep. So I say I'll move. I'll get a U-Haul. Come hang out with Chris for the weekend and bring down my stuff. Put it in a storage unit, and then because I do have things that I do want to keep. Like I have a collection of cast iron pans, so I do cook on the stove.
Occasionally.
I don't bake. I should just say I don't bake. I'm not a baker. I cook, but I don't bake.
Okay.
And I have all these baking pans and dishes and stuff, and I'm like, why do I have this stuff? Anyway,
Lisa, I don't know. You're talking about $700 a month. Where in New York? See, this is why. Yeah, like they get you with the first month is free, or the first 3 months is discounted. But even still, like I have a 10 by 5 storage unit with, and now I pay for insurance for it, and the unit is $51 a month. And of course, there's no tax because I live in Delaware.
Look.
And I mean, I have a whole bedroom. I have a whole bedroom in there, and I have all my Christmas stuff, like my 9-foot Christmas tree, all my ornaments, and then even I stored all the boxes for them because we knew we were going to do this move. So I've been keeping all the boxes that we get. They were all in there. As a matter of fact, I went back the other day, got all the boxes, so I can start packing. Even like any new stuff that we got, like TVs or whatever, kept those boxes because we knew we were moving. So all that stuff is there, and you're surprised it's still not even full. So for what you pay for it, and including insurance and all that stuff, so worth it. And they're so abundant now.
Yeah, I love it. I can say I'm excited. I cannot wait. One of the things I cannot wait to do is get back to Africa. I miss it. I miss.
My skin is crawling.
I miss my friends. I miss the people of Africa. I miss my friends in Ghana. I miss my friends in South Africa. My buddy in Namibia, or 2 buddies in Namibia. I cannot wait to get back to Africa. It's the only place in the world that I just feel like I am so a part of everything. I'm part of the landscape. I'm part of the people. I'm part of the cultures. A piece of me lives here, and a piece of me was here. My family is from here. My roots is from here. And every time I'm in Africa, I just and that's not to romanticize. There's problems in Africa.
There's problems everywhere.
Like anywhere else in the world,
right?
But it's, for me as a Black person and African descent, it is there's not enough words to describe how you feel when you're on the continent. And that's why I'm always encouraging people, if you have a chance, go to Ghana, go to Senegal, go to South Africa. Even though South Africa is a long flight, but it's worth it because the people there are so warm, so kind. I have such a great time. So, I mean, that's where I spent most of my time, was living in South Africa. And I miss it. I miss it. I cannot wait to go back.
Well, you'll be there soon enough. The time goes by so fast. You'll be there
next year. This time, I definitely will be there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right. So thank you very much for the info. So Superman comes out July 11th. He said,
July
in the
11th,
comments.
Yes.
Yeah, but today is Superman Day.
Today is, and can't wait to see Center. Can't wait to see Center. Lisa says, I can't wait to visit you in some of your travels. Yes, and that's what my good buddy who I went to the play on the other night with, my friend Yvette, who's also a Patreon sponsor, and she's a major sponsor to what we do here. She's always sponsored everything I've done, and so she was like, Ron, that gives me a place to travel. I said, absolutely.
There you go.
I'll be renting an apartment somewhere in one of these places, and I'll be like, come on down. I'm here for 3 months. Come on down. You got 3 months window to come visit. Bring your sleeping bag. It won't be luxury.
Yeah,
I don't care about luxury.
That's where life happens though. Sometimes when you strip away everything you're around, and this go back to the basics. Like I never thought I was an outdoors type of person, and when I started traveling, I remember, especially one trip to California, we stayed in Yosemite National Park, and we pitched tents outside on the dirt, cooked outside, and there was just something so primal about it that I just enjoyed. I'm an outdoor. I love being like outside and not wearing shoes and feeling the grass under my feet, and to be able to do that, and to actually not bathe, but like wash myself off in a cold river. That was an experience. You know what I mean? I actually saw bears, like wild bears out in the forest in Yosemite. I've climbed the mountains. I saw El Capitan, Half Dome. These are things that I never thought that I would ever experience, but I opened myself to it and allowed myself to have those experiences and enjoy it. And that's why I'm so looking forward to experiencing your travels, just being a part of it, just because I know you, and I know that we'll continue to have these conversations. And even if it's just virtually, there's something about watching other people's joy. It really is. It's something about watching other people, especially people that you love and care about. I say it all the time, like, even like when Ron and I went to London and Paris for his birthday, I had never been, and it's somewhere I always wanted to go. But for me, the trip was really about watching him have that experience and just the joy that he had. Like it brought me joy just to watch him have those moments. So I'm always for experiencing things through other people's eyes, especially for the first time. Nothing beats seeing someone experience something for the first time and then having that realization of, oh my God, I'm here. You know what I mean?
The great thing is too, now that I have a YouTube channel, it's going to make it even great. It's like I'll be able to share it in real time and share it along the way, and I'm so excited. Like I said, it's going to open up a whole nother world for me, and something that I love to do more than life. And then also, it maybe even open up opportunity to. I'm talking to one of my neighbors. She works for a travel magazine, and so. I may be pitching my travels with this magazine company. So very prestigious magazine. And we'll see how that, So I'll be taking photos, I'll be traveling, I'll be telling my stories. I'm so glad I have a Substack now, because then I can start writing, because I'll have time. I'm literally taking off a year of working with clients, and it's just about writing my book, putting my books together, traveling, meeting people, supporting friends. I mean, look, I left this on the screen. Hannah says, now you will be able to visit and see my garden. We have plenty of room for you to stay at Ron.
Listen,
I've been getting a lot of that.
Alone, we'll support you.
The community.
And, I
have friends. I have friends here. I consider myself extremely blessed. And I am so glad that I had my cancer diagnosis early in the year, and that it cleared the way for me to be able to do this, because they found the cancer, they took the cancer out, nothing in the blood, everything's gone. And you just sit there and you say, you see life differently. When something like that happens, you're like, you know what? Life is short. And, Janet, whenever Janet sends me an email, she says one of her signatures is "Life is fragile," and it is. Life is short, and you gotta live. You got to live life. It's too short. Leah says, "Oh yes, I saw that they detained him until go through the contacts." I'm going through some of these things here as we continue. Jazzy says, "Interesting, a travel phone. Yes, travel phones are important. Have another phone, so that way if they take your phone, you can just say, here, take it.
They're not going to find anything.
Yeah, because it just has your travel stuff on it. Lisa says they get you with a cheap first month, and then bam, $700 a month. Woo! Not me. I'm coming to Delaware to put my things in storage. Lisa says my friend lived in a tiny house, and her storage was like her closet that she visited often. Yeah, people do it. Bryson says, Chris, the film comes out on
Yeah, that's a
July
Superman
11th.
one.
That's Superman. Okay. And then we're gonna go into, so guys, if you have a Focus Friday favorite of one of your social media, make sure you put it in the comment box and put FF and then what you want to share. I'm going to share right off the back. I just got introduced, believe it or not, I just got introduced to this artist through Don Lemon this morning, and I went through the page and I was like, oh wow, this is a great artist. And again, shout out to, speaking of artists, shout out to Elise. Last night
Yes.
we had a great time.
So
She
good.
asked great questions of the gallery owner and art collector. Both of them were art collectors, and they love the arts and learned so much last night. Thank you, Elise, for being able to share that. And again,
So
check
good.
out Elise's page as she continues to um, step out and share her love. And she has such a passion for great art. And
Hold on,
so,
can I say something about that too? Also,
mhm.
watching her live last night, it was so it was so effortless and it was so poignant because you saw her love and her passion. And
Mhm.
when you put out there what it is that you love to do, one, it's not work, and then people to see it. It was so authentic, and I just loved the interaction between her and her guest, and I actually learned a lot from it.
Yes, yes. She says thank you. She says thank you all for joining us last night. It was absolutely wonderful. See, the cast says great live, Celise.
And I love how
Elise.
we show up for one another.
Yes, we show up for each other. Cass said attitude of gratitude. Life is precious. Enjoy every moment and what makes you happy. Elise says you start to realize that life is finite and that we need to enjoy ourselves every day.
Yes,
And
indeed.
Lisa says, and Ron, you can host trips to make an additional income. You just confirmed though. I was just looking at that last night because Joe McNabb.
International meetup.
Yep,
International meetup.
Joe McNally just announced his tours because what other photographers do, and this was part of my business model for traveling, is that I would have certain locations that would actually be places that are through a travel agency. I would pair it with a travel agency and 2 trips per year. It'll be one probably Namibia, Africa. Oh, balloons.
I think it like what you said.
One in Namibia and one in Paris. So I'm thinking of a
Oh, I
street
might have to come to
photographer.
that one.
I think Paris street photography will be awesome.
Oh,
And because I love Paris and I love and because I know the neighborhoods, I would love to do street once a year, and a get together in Paris and street photography and do that, and then
make
one
it a 2-day
photography
event.
and do well. No, yeah, well, that would be the Paris one will be because most of these packages have to be 7 to 10 days.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
so it would be a week of just learning and
Oh,
going out into the streets, and then people want to join up and hang out, they're more than welcome to. But also the one in Namibia will be on landscapes and wildlife.
hmm.
So that would be safari. So we do a safari one a year and do street photography a year. So I'm planning. I got a lot of ideas. So I I've lived
The
enough. I've
world
lived
is
long
your
enough as
oyster.
a photographer to now understand it so much better than when I first started. La 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 la. I see here. Cass says, "Great ideas. Speak it into reality." You know, I'm about that. I'm about that life.
Mm,
I believe in if you speak it, it will come to pass.
yes.
Lisa says,
Manifestation.
I'm down. I'm down. Lisa says, I'm down. Okay, here we go. The first one up, and this is one because I'm going to just celebrate because I thought it was commendable before I get to the artist. This was really good because I want to say hats off to Senator Chris Holland for taking the initiative to pushing, and his page. You can see his page. But I was just, again, I wanted to celebrate that moment of them having a conversation, and then also I now am following Chris Holland, and I went through his page, and he's been really vocal on a lot of stuff. I didn't even know who he was until this. And El Salvador abductions, landings, Kilmar. I mean, he's been talking a whole lot for weeks and stuff. So it didn't just start here. He's an advocate, and that's what I mean. Even with Elon Musk, so I was very impressed when I went through his page. He's been outspoken. Gun lobbying, administration accidentally text me his war plans. Oh, he's been posting like the Dickens. And so not because of this one event, but because I am impressed by his career of sharing what's going on in DC and what matters to him. And we need more politicians that are for the people and not just doing it for the glam. So,
you know what? And he is in stark contrast to who is it? Cinnabras? Is that the one that said that she's afraid? We're all afraid.
Oh no, that was Wilkowski or Wilkowski or from
whoever. It's not even important. The fact that you were elected to represent the people and you're saying you're afraid. So are you saying you're afraid to do your job? You don't need to be in there then. Get out.
That's what many people said yesterday. They were like, then get the hell out of the office.
The fact that she sat up there on that stage and said that, oh, I'm afraid, we're all afraid. Sweetheart, that's what you're supposed. You're elected to go up there and stand up for us, the people. If you're afraid, then you don't need that job. Go work somewhere else.
And then on top of that, you are the Congress. You are a co-branch of government.
That part.
The president is not the all be all. This Congress. The problem with this stupid president is that there's no strong Congress. If the Congress was strong and you didn't have that stupid Mike Johnson, I'm name calling today.
Drop the name.
I'm just being. I'm not going to use 4-letter words.
Come on, Gwendolyn. Drop it.
Well, look, I got channel Gwendolyn. Channel Gwendolyn. Because Gwendolyn has taught me some good words.
Yes, use that vocabulary.
I gotta channel Gwendolyn. But again, don't tell me you are in Congress and you are afraid. What kind of
that makes no sense.
Your constituents are sitting there like, what the hell? And then speaking of constituents that are stupid, well, I won't say the main constituents they were just sitting there like they didn't know what to say.
I think they were shocked.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Did y'all see the person that got kicked out of her town hall?
No.
And then he was speaking for the people. He was speaking for the people. And then he gets kicked out and they cheer. And he's speaking for them. How brainwashed and how stupid these people are in this country. Again, the Trumpsters, they are a cult. They will die on the sword for this cult leader. That 30% ain't going to move. That 30% of this country is not going to move. But that means the rest of us, the 60%, we need to get our act together and keep fighting these fools.
Yep.
Okay. I just exploded there.
Sorry for the tangent.
Jazzy says in regard to Senator Holland, really is in the community. He was the first vote I ever made. He really does the work, and he has for years. Like when I say in the community, I mean in the streets. Yeah, I'm impressed. I went through his page and I was like, yo, this was not a PR stunt. this guy lives this. I went through his page because a lot of politicians do things for the camera. This was someone that I went through his page and said, wow. And it just kept going. I was like, this is not something new to him. This is what he does. So shout out to Senator Van Hollen. I'm impressed. And so I think that's a page that we should be following. That is a good Focus Friday account. Let's see. My next one is definitely the artist. And let me go back. Okay. And this is the artist, Rashid Johnson and the Fine Art of Anxiety. Now, I did not, I've gone to the galleries a lot, but he has a exhibition that's right now at the Guggenheim Museum. Don Lemon and some of his and the friends and everything, they went this week. I am definitely going to this. I did not know that Rashid Johnson is one of the most elite artists in the world. I mean, I did not know. I had never heard of him, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm a photographer. I follow photographers, but I had no idea. And I was like, I wonder, does Elise know who he is? But I said, of course, Elise knows who he is because he's one of the most established and renowned artists of our time. And so I went through his page and let me see if I can go and and I went through his page and just looked at some of the art just on Bazaar magazine.
Bazaar, wow.
Soul searching is really at the heart of what a lot of us are doing. And more art. There's layers of things I see because my friend Yvette and I, when we were at the event on this week, they had the lobby is also dedicated. The lobby space is also an exhibition space. And so we walk through these art pieces and we always say, what can you see in the art? And that's what's beautiful about art is that you can get lost in it. It's his family, his father, his son, his son.
And one of his sons, their birthdays are the same day. I was looking at his page right now.
Their birthday is on the same day.
September 25th. Yeah.
Yeah. And his exhibitions. I mean, his work has been all over the world. And I just I love it. So I just went through the page and I was like, I'm going to put this up there for our community to get to know. And let's see what you guys. Maybe Elise is Elise saying something in there. She doesn't come on for. Let's see. Let me see. I have seen. Elise says she's seen his work. She has seen his work. And did you see Letitia Jane's speech? Oh, I did. Yeah, that was really good this week. He is one of the people doing the work that mainstream. Okay, there we go. So we're going back to that. Okay, we're good. We're caught up. But yeah, so guys, this is a great account, Rashid Johnson. The work is beautiful, but what I do like is also how he incorporates on his page, the moments, great moments of his life, pitching at Citi Field and spending time with his son, spending time with his dad.
Can I say something about that? And it's so funny because we actually had this conversation maybe about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. When we do these Instagram accounts, it was for a good while, a good chunk of Instagram time. It always wants to be so polished and focused and, curated. Yes. And one of the things that we've noticed, especially you made a comment about my page and what I see a lot of people doing, which is incorporating some of your work, but then also just being authentic and showing who you are as an individual in your life, because it really gives a full picture of who you are. It's not like this whole curated, all right, this is what it is. Everything's, easy.
Everything's perfect. Every three is this. Every two is this. Every one is this.
I feel as though a lot more people are being a lot more authentic as far as who they are and showing their real lives. And they might only show the good side, but still they're showing an authentic side versus a curated side. One of the things
Yeah.
that I've stopped doing, and I've kind of battled back about should I do this or not, like the whole self portrait thing. Like I'm just kind of like that phase of my Instagram feed and my life is over. My life is different now. It's not about that. It's about you know us doing these type of conversations.
Yeah.
The shows that I do with Ronald and with TJ, and the things that I do with Rex. It's about the relationships that I have, but then also about bringing awareness to certain things that I might find important, that are important to me, that I might feel that are important to other people. So to show that, I think is more important. And I love that, you can see his work, how he puts his stuff out there, but then also you see the human side of him where you see his son, you see his day-to-day life and how he interacts with people. Like, I think that is so important because it gives a full roundedness of who you are as a human being.
Yeah. I agree. And that's why even my channel, I used to try to make it on my Instagram, like all this and make sure it's my photography, make sure everything was lined up. And I was like, you know what? No one cares anymore these days anyway.
Yeah,
So, and Instagram doesn't even show your stuff to, but what, 0.5% of your audience or
yeah.
your subscribers or your, followers. Just be you and just share, so I
Also, I
just
mean,
share.
the world is crazy. I think that the world just needs more authenticity.
I agree. So this is again Rashid Johnson, and I was very impressed by the page. Don Lemon mentioned it this morning, and I was like, let me check him out, and I really enjoyed it. So here I am sharing it with you guys, and another person. Because unless you guys have some that you want to share,
I'm
I will go
scouring.
keep going.
I don't see any yet. I don't see any yet. So keep going.
This one has helped. This is going to be my new trainer. So what I like is Daniel Jr. Stretch. And they say as you get older, the thing you need to do the most is stretch. And
I'm
so
learning
I
that.
stumbled upon his page and I've been starting to stretch more because I
Yeah.
feel my body is tight and really good stuff. He's, he does some jokes and stuff, but he really talks about how to strengthen your knees, how to strengthen your back, how to strengthen your abs, and really and very simple stuff. And so like I'm starting this whole workout with the ATG and stretching my knee. I have one bad knee. And
He has
so
a great following.
yeah, he has a great following. He has
Almost,
almost a million.
almost a million. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So I mean, again, look at his page. Pop it in again. Hold on a second. Let me pop that in again. And but yeah, I was there. Sorry, my bad. I was there. And again, you go through it and it's all kinds of stretching exercises, ideas, what to, sometimes he gives some nutritional tips, but he goes through some weight training, lightweight training, proteins that you should be eating, carbs or not, what they are. And it's a good page. I think for me, it is one of my new pages that I will be using. And I said, because Lord knows I need to stretch. I got to stretch more. Jazzy has one. I see Jazzy has one, Chris.
Oh, she just put it in there. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'll put it in the
She has yeah, you put it
private
there and
chat.
I'll move it over. But yeah, so that's so guys, this is a good channel,
All
a
right.
good
It's there.
Daniel Jr. Stretch. 937,000 followers. That's almost a million followers. That's so cool. Okay, you got it in the belt. You got it there, buddy.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay, I see it. I see it, and I'm gonna put it in there. This is from Jay-Z. Jazzy Jazz. Okay, here we go. Nice. Okay, this is Antonio Chulos. And looks like a musician / band, Latin. Okay, let's see. Oh, she's adorable.
Hold on, hit the there's music. It's on mute though.
Is yellow. I can see my only. My face is yellow. You can be everything. My face is green. I can see a bar. What is you not What I see yellow. I see red. We the world. Yeah.
Nice, Jazzy says. Expenses.
You can be what you want to be. Oh, coming forward from the hour me. Coming from what?
Okay.
Nice, bravo, bravo.
Mira la cámara. Mira la cámara.
So he's obviously musician.
Time to put the kids.
That was cute. That was really cute.
So in my last live, somebody asked me about blues voicings. Let's use a blues in F to talk about some voicings that sound great. Turn your phone this way. I'm gonna start with this one. You got your 3rd, your 7th, your 13th.
Oh, he teaches
your 9th, and your 5th, and they're split up by 4ths. Makes them sound really great. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a B flat 13 chord, but again, 4ths. Look at that. 7th, 3rd of B flat 7. You got the 13th on top.
I needed him when I had a keyboard.
You're gonna find that a lot in jazz. Here are some of my go-to
Nice.
Hayes has been.
Is this his daughter?
I do believe so.
Pero abuela. Pero. No me le say pero. Daddy. Be seconds.
Okay, I got enough. I love these. I love these accounts because
You can get lost on them.
You can get lost, and in the craziness of the world, I'm always. That's why I focus. That's why we do Focus Friday, is because these are accounts that obviously we do. I do a lot of politics through the week, and I need these kind of accounts to kind of like break up my brain and like relax and to just listen to something that is edifying of people.
There's another one I put another one in our private chat.
Feliz? Is that Feliz?
Yeah, from Elise. Yeah,
Okay.
from Elise.
Here we go. I see it. And copy and paste. Okay. And is it the Calabi? There's a couple of these Calabis here.
Well, let me see. I'm looking at it now.
Is it Robert Peterson Calabi? Or is it Calabi Music?
I think I think it's probably the first one. It's an artist.
Okay.
Calabi 81.
Okay,
I think because Elise is following him.
It's an artist. Yeah, artist. Okay, it's an artist. Okay, let's check it out. First of all, let's see. Let me get back to his information. Hold on a second. let's go back to who he is. International contemporary artist specializing in figurative painting with a concentration on portraitures, and presented by Albert Z. Benda and Gavia Gallery. And then his website. Okay, cool. Here we go. Now let's go. Now let's dive in. Let's dive in. Huge. 2 things you won't see me doing: hating on another person's success or turning myself into one of those AI dolls.
He definitely has a focus, and like his color palette is very kind of muted,
Yes.
but it's consistent in all his pieces.
Like the ash, like these grays and whites on the
Yes.
skin of the
Yes.
individuals. You see that? Using these grays and blues.
It's crazy. Like, you can always tell an artist by like their subtleties, and like if I was to see something like this again, I could say, "Oh, that's his work." Like there's a certain look to it. Yeah,
that's his signature.
It's almost like he's putting like a really faint blue light on them.
Mm-hmm.
As it hits black skin, it turns somewhat grayish blue.
Oh, look how cute! But yeah, you see that. You see like that grayish, whitish, bluish tints. Like it's almost like it almost like has an ash color.
Yeah.
Like if someone was in, like had white or like ash on them, like but it's beautiful. Very beautiful. I would definitely be asking, if I was, let me put that, take what's her name off of there, off the screen. Jazzy Jazz. Okay, now we're looking at something that our wonderful Elise has shared. Okay. Look at that.
Elise was saying that he also has a solo exhibition in New York City right now.
Oh, really? Where?
I don't know. Elise, where? Oh, it's at Albert's Benda Art Gallery.
Oh, really? Is that Albert? Is that
it's in that post? It's listed in this post right now, towards the towards the middle, the second paragraph.
Okay, I see it. I see. Still, yeah.
If you click on it, it'll take you to that page.
There we go.
Yeah, that's where his solo show is right now.
Ooh, I have to go put this on things to do. Well, I'm always collecting things to do in New York City. Let's see what that is. Where is the address of this place?
It's in Chelsea. Elise says. Chelsea. You can look it up later. Yeah, it's in Chelsea.
Okay, got it. I see.
Really, really beautiful pieces.
Yeah. I love I've never seen anyone put the flowers at the base of the photos like that in a gallery. It's always interesting when you see different methods. Robert Peterson.
Everyone has their take and interpretation of how their art should be displayed.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Good job. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see this.
Oh, this is 515 West 26th Street.
Okay, I know where it is. I know where that is. Look at the work. Good job. Okay. Anyone else got it? Anyone else have one out there?
I don't see any more yet. And it's 12:06 right now.
Okay. I love this. Paintings are exquisite, says Dr. Tashi. And okay, there we got it.
Oh wait, Dr.
Albert.
Tashi actually put one in here. Hold on, let me go back and.
Where's Dr. Tashi's? FF? Did you put FF there? And
I'm looking, I don't see it.
Dr. Tashi, if you can retype it and just put it inside your comment box.
Yeah, I hope we're not having the same issue that Elise had last week.
If you put in, oh, there it is. Okay, that's good.
Okay, there it is. I got it.
If you put the FF before it, then it's much easier. Because if you just put the @ it won't save. I don't think.
All right, there you go, Ron.
There we go. We got it. Thank you, sir. Okay. And then I'm going to give you a couple more, and then we're going to get out of here. I got to meet a client. An interior design project today. Here we go. Wow.
Lost enough weight. You're worthy of taking up the space that you fill. Live your life now. Don't wait for some future version of yourself that you think will be more deserving. You have every right to pursue your passions and dreams just as you are today. Your worth isn't tied to a number on a scale or the size of your clothes. It is inherent in who you are. You're allowed to be seen, heard, and celebrated in whatever body you inhabit right now. Don't let anyone or anything convince you for too long. So go out, do it fat. Wear the clothes you love. Pursue the opportunities that excite you and live unapologetically. There's no reason to put off living the life that you want, waiting for a moment that you're not even sure will come. You deserve to be happy and fulfilled just as you are, and the world needs you exactly as you are today. Everything good that ever happened to you happened in this body. Girl, just do it fat.
Do it fat. I love it.
Girl, just do it fat. Don't wait till you've lost enough weight. You're worthy of taking up the space.
What was this one posted?
This was like 1 day ago.
So this is definitely yeah, okay. We know what this one's for.
This is for the space. This is the girls in space.
Yes. Everybody is coming for them.
I'm telling you, everybody's coming after those girls. I mean, the butterfly was from Kate Perry.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The way I thought I was eating this up.
He is turning red.
Yes.
What happened? Listen, diva, you need to start being a bitch more. Because you're way too used to being an understanding victim. Explaining everybody's actions around you, absorbing the blows. You're an emotional punching bag, sweaty. Be more of a bitch, or I will punish you. I will punish you. Be more of a bitch, bitch. This bitch needs protection by being a bitch. Be a bitch. Bitch. Listen, diva.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah, I had this one saved now.
I got it saved. This is truly a distraction for me.
But it's a good distraction.
I love it. I love it. These are the things that this is why we do Focus Friday. This was hilarious. And look at his page. The page is I bet this is so much fun. And he is definitely comfortable in his skin. Just do it single. Just do it fat. Just do it. Just do life. I
Be more
love
of a
it.
bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more, and then we're out of here. We are out of here. Hold on a second. That was good.
That
Thank
was a good
you.
one.
Thank you, that Dr. Tachi.
I got
Okay.
all the notifications on that one turned on.
That was good. Okay, let me see here. Let me go to home.
He has a good
And
following too, over 100K.
yeah, he's funny. He is funny. Okay, let me just go back to my saves for my Focus Friday file. I do have a Focus Friday file. This was really good too. There was
So
a
what
couple
is a
more.
black dandy? Fashion and dress have been used in a contest of power and aesthetics for black people from the time of enslavement to today. And dandyism has often been used by individuals to manipulate the relationship between clothing, identity, and power. Style and its role in forming black identities in the Atlantic diaspora is at the heart of the show. Historically, the term dandy was used to describe someone, often a man, who was extremely devoted to aesthetics and approached it as a lifestyle. Dandyism has been used to think positively about black people, their ambitions and aspirations, and negatively about those very same aspirations. It was imposed on black men in Europe during the 1700s as the Atlantic slave trade created a trend in fashionably dressed or dandified servants. Free and enslaved black people came to understand the power of clothing and style in signaling hierarchies of race, class, and gender. Over time, dandyism gave black men and women an opportunity to use clothing, gesture, irony, and wit to transform their identities and imagine new ways of embodying political and social possibilities. The exhibition explores how the history of black dandyism illustrates the transformation from being enslaved and stylized as luxury items, acquired like any other signifier of wealth and status, to autonomous, self-fashioning individuals who are global trendsetters. You can expect to see historical and contemporary garments and accessories, alongside drawings and prints, paintings, photographs, and more that have been instrumental to the formation and understanding of black identities and experiences during this time. So what is a black dandy? Fashion and
So this is and this page is called the Culture Department. This is a recognition of this year at the Met Gala that they're having is
I'm
all
looking forward to it.
dedicated to this era and this period of dandyism. And so all of the celebrities that are going to be coming out to the Met Gala this year will be dressed in dandyism. So it's going to be exciting to see because
I'm
this is an
looking forward
interesting
to it.
theme. Yeah, it's an interesting theme. I did not know. I never heard of dandyism until I heard it announced that this was going to be at the Met this year. But I am looking forward to it, and now I've done a little, got in there and said, you know what, I like the information. I didn't even know there was a, I didn't even know this was a thing. But also, if you want to know more about different stuff, things that are happening in culture, go to the Culture Department, and it's a community here on Instagram, and you'll see all kinds of stuff, and celebrities and all that good stuff. So check that out if you want to just get your brain off what's going on in the world. These are great Focus Friday accounts.
These were good today.
Yeah, we had some good ones today, and that's it. I'm not going to prolong it. Okay, like I said, I have to get to a client, and but this was great. Thank you guys for joining us today. Also, let me just, I got to do my thing. So make sure that we put the banners up there. And this is one I want to thank Rolling Clouds for being a sponsor of what we do here on this channel. So thank you for Rolling Clouds, which is a cigar company. And my brother loves cigars, and a couple of people in my life, they love cigars. I'm not a cigar smoker. Maybe one day I will. I've always been fascinated by it, but I do support my friends. And so this is one of her ventures, and I love it that she is doing so much work to make this happen. And so Rolling Clouds. Also, get on the email list, and that way you will be able to, I'll be able to contact you. If we're not able to contact you on internet, or the powers that be take this away from us, we'll still be able to be in contact. Also, I'm an event photographer. Make sure if you are interested or you have friends that are interested in event photography, if you want to learn event photography, that's something too. But also, if you want to hire an event photographer, I am available for that. And again, thank you to all the Patreon members who support this channel and support this platform and what we do here. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you. And again, those that are in the free part of the Patreon community, step it up. Step it up. I don't think $3 will kill you for the once a month to support what we do here. If you get
Not at all.
anything, if you get any value, support. Okay, that's what I'll leave it there. And Chris, anything that you want to share? I know that we have tonight is going to be Listen Girl from Gwendolyn. So if you tune in to go to Gwendolyn's page, and that's this evening, I do believe at 5:00. So check on that. Listen Girl. And Chris,
the only thing I would say, if you're not a follower of Architectural Digest, go to their YouTube channel. They did a feature piece on Lenny Kravitz. I have a new respect and found love for him. I was never really a big fan, but after watching this piece, they did a look at his Paris home, and he showed some of the pieces and the rooms and how he came about it and the reason why he has that house. Just go and watch it. Thank me afterwards. It's a really, really good watch. And it's not that short. I believe it's like 20 minutes long, if even that long. But it's Architectural Digest over on YouTube.
Well, not only that, but since you brought it up, did I save it? No, I didn't save it. I thought I saved Lenny Kravitz. If you also go, they're doing a big feature on Architectural Digest AD on Instagram. Yeah. It was one of my features, but it didn't save properly, so I thought I saved it. But
it probably is in conjunction with that. It's probably the same thing because it's it's been all over. It came out like 2 days ago. Really, 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 really good.
I loved it, and let me see here because I had it on here, I did want to share, but it's not there. Okay, good. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had some fun. I hope you were able to. Yeah, there we go. Can I get it in there? Can I get it in there?
Move your thumbs apart. Move them apart. There you go.
Got it, sir. I got it. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you have the comments. Also, share our platform with others. Kimmy says she did see it. She said, I saw Lenny's 100%. And I love the room that's dedicated to Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
It's really so well done. Designer.
The house is beautiful.
Beautiful. Now I'm going to probably use maybe one of those plans when I go to see my client today. I was like, she wants me to paint for her rooms. And so she's just got reconstruction done. And so we're going to now dress it all up and make it beautiful. So that's where I'm heading today. Oh, I got a super. Did I get a super sticker? I got a super sticker. Woo!
Kim
put a super sticker. That's another way you can support. Is that on the bottom of this page on YouTube, there's like a little dollar bill there. If you want to click on that, you're more than welcome to. If you get anything out of what we do. I know our community is not aware of what that is because, but in the YouTube world, that's what that little dollar thing is. Oh,
you just got another one.
I got another one. I forgot about these. Have a snack. $10.
Is this turning into a telethon? Is this turning into a telethon?
It's a telethon. There we go. And but yeah, that's another way to support as well. So I always forget to talk about it.
Listen, I think we might have to have a day where we just do this. Maybe like one Friday during the summertime. Just do one of these. We're gonna raise some money for Ron to support the page. You know what? That's an idea. I'll workshop that.
Okay, I got you, Chris. Look, you just run with it. But again, I always forget to tell you guys that there's a little dollar thing down because I always forget, but it is down there, and you can support however you want to support. But again, I'm also trying to do more vehicles of how to support because I know not everyone wants to join Patreon. That may not be the platform. So I know some people say, I don't want to join anything else. I don't want any more apps. I don't want any more of this. So, but yeah, you do have the opportunity here on YouTube to support as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Tashi. Thank you, Kimmy Kim, and for supporting. Game night is tonight, so I'll see you guys in the game night. We'll be here playing our Wordle, the New York Times game night. We do that every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll see you guys tonight at 11:30 p.m. here, same bat channel, same bat station. And if you get a chance to look at the page of my header on my channel, I changed the channel header. So anyway, it says now Touch Base Daily on the YouTube page on top. So, okay. Thank you, guys. Easter's here. Oh, well, we'll talk about Easter tonight. I'll be at the, for those that want to join me, forgot to say this, but I will be at the St. Patrick's Cathedral on Sunday, and we'll be photographing all of the Easter bonnet folks and all the people. And Lisa says, give. I just tried to get, but I forgot my password. I'll do it tonight on game night. That's right, Lisa, and stay for the game. Stay for the games. And Kimmy says, have a great weekend and Easter. Okay. Thank you, guys. Love you all. Chris, good luck on that packing. And
it's an ongoing process.
And we'll talk about Sinner on Monday.
I might have to jump on for that one.
Okay, guys. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Love you. Happy Easter. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.